Justice nique sa mère. Le dernier juge que j'ai vu avait plus de risques que le dealer de ma...
Hey guys, this is Evie from an expat in Panama, and today I want to help you out finding a lawyer when you first arrive in the country. So we all have the same needs as foreigners when we arrive first in Panama, which is to become legal. Whether you want to become a resident, whether you want to open a business, you always need a lawyer for these type of things. So the big question is, how do I know who to trust? How do I find my lawyer? We understand that this can be a little bit intimidating at first, especially if it's in a language that you don't know. So I thought that it would be a good idea to give you some references of lawyers that are very good in Boquete, in Bocas, and in Panama City. The first person I would like you to meet is Juan Contreras. He has his law office in Boquete, the headquarters, and he has a smaller office in Panama City.
We're focused on service for newcomers, whatever they are gonna need when they come to Panama. If they need immigration, that is the first thing. Then they might be interested in purchase or renting a property. We can do those contracts. If they hire a worker, we can do that for them. Our main office is in Boquete, but we do have an office in Panama City. We have the office in Panama City because most of the applications for immigration, we have to finish the job in Panama City.
Yes.
So it's for the convenience of our clients. Part of our due diligence and our know-how is always to be with the client. When they have to go to immigration, to get the immigration cards, or to do anything at the public office, there will be always one of our members of the staff of Miranda and Contreras. All our staff will speak English.
Most expats are worried that a lawyer will overprice them and they don't really know what the price is. So what can you tell them to make them feel more secure?
There is a book of rates that is basically the guideline. That book of rate is basically a minimum depending on the activity. The information is online, and if they have questions, of course, they can ask to the attorney to provide the information. And this is minimum rates. So some attorneys will have different rates. Of course, the advice will be that the client needs to check and get quotes on different attorneys and interview a few attorneys to take a decision. They should take under consideration the advice of other expats and confirm which attorney is the one that is offering the best service at the best price.
And the second person I would like you to meet is Johnny Griffin.
We have been working in Boca in total for almost 8 years.
And do you have a lot of expats as clients?
Yes, they want to know if they can work or if they can create a business in Panama. The first thing they need to do is to legalize their status in Panama. There's some activities that just Panamanians can do. They can create a corporation that is going to be a Panamanian citizen or Panamanian person, and then through the corporation they can
Open a business.
exactly, they can open businesses. It could take a month.
One specific thing that you would recommend an expat to do before they come, like anything they can prepare
Before coming in here?
Yes.
No. I would say first coming here. After that, the first advice I would give is do a corporation.
And then I have another question, because that's a big question for expats, is the visa, making the residency papers. Is that something you can only do with a lawyer, or can you do it on your own?
When you apply, all the requests need to be signed by a lawyer.
What do you recommend an expat who wants to buy a lot in Panama?
First thing you need to do is the due diligence. In Panama we have a public register. You can go and you can see. Every lot had a number. With that number you can see all the transactions, see the beginning of the lot. For the due diligence, you don't need a lawyer.
And last but not least, I would like you to meet Quintana. He's an expat himself. He's from the United States, from Arizona originally. And he came to Bocas several years ago to also open his business. He has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu academy here in Bocas. And why is he interesting? Because he's a lawyer himself in the US. He can give you some more insider information about what to look out for when you hire a lawyer. When you first moved to Panama, how did you go about finding a lawyer?
Fortunately, the expat community in Panama is pretty closely knit. People are really helpful. They're willing to give you the wisdom of their experience and happy to help out in any way they can, and that extends to identifying an attorney. Join groups on Facebook and social media where it's an expat community and ask around. That's probably the best way to at least identify an attorney.
Since you're an attorney yourself, you kind of know what to look out for. Is there any advice you can give?
I would say do your research. Make sure that that attorney that's going to represent you in a particular matter has experience in that area. You want to make sure that that attorney actually practices in that area, has represented a lot of clients, and has the level of experience that you need to represent your best interests.
Anything you want to tell people so they don't get frustrated?
Be patient and understand that the lawyer is going to have to do a lot of work on your case. No matter how small, it's going to take time. Particularly here in Panama, things may move a little bit slower than they do in other parts of the world, and you have to understand that it's the legal system. And even in the United States, things move slowly. So if they move a little slower here, you need to just be patient with that process and trust your lawyer and have lines of communication that are open both ways.
Alright folks, that's it for today. I hope you liked the video and that it was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video if you liked it and if you thought it was helpful. And I hope to see you soon with our next topic, which I still have to think about. Thank you, bye.
La justice, pourquoi? La justice nique sa mère.